What's up, y'all? It's me, Daria, and we're here for week 7 of the PPL. This week, I'm up against Mathew Drafts. And for those of you who don't remember, last season when I played Mathew Drafts, we had an agreement going into the battle that we were going to have a cook-off in addition to our battle. But only one of us actually did the cook-off. That means I dressed up like a chef, pretended to make a menu, and looked like a fucking idiot while getting my ass beat by a choice scarp hydrapple. It was humiliating, honestly. So this season, I'm not giving him the chance to do the same thing to me again. This season, I'm taking things into my own hands. We need 3 more wins to make the playoffs. We're gonna fucking manifest it right here, right now. I've prepared a ritual, and we're gonna start off our little video here, our team builder, with this ritual. Before we jump in though, I'll go ahead and get his team up on the screen so y'all can see it. Here's what we got here. Basically, the things we need to be concerned about are the Houndstone, the Terra Cloister, and yes, Lashley Specs is legal. We also need to be concerned about the Mine Chow, the Glow King, and really those are like the big ones. Those are the big massive threats, the things that are like most threatening to my team, in my opinion. And we have some stuff prepped up to deal with this. So let's go ahead and talk about what I have prepared. The first thing we're going to add to our little cauldron here is some ivy. Obviously, the ivy is going to represent our Ogre Pond doll, who is going to be our dedicated lead for this battle. She is going to be rocking an expert belt. She has Ivy Cudgel, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Spiky Shield. Now I know Spiky Shield probably seems a little off here. The reason we have it is because he does have a trap inch, and it can arena trap me. And a choice banded first impression from a trap inch just OHKOs my Ogre Pond. And I want nothing to fucking do with that. So we have Spiky Shield to shut that down. The next thing here is going to be some lavender. The lavender is going to represent our newest team member, Dunsparce. Dunsparce, which we have aptly named Manifest. It is going to be our dedicated switch into the Houndstone. It has Shadow Ball, Earth Power, All Mind, and Roost. This thing can spread some pretty decent damage. Its stats are pretty low, but once we start once we get a couple Calm Minds off, these Earth Powers and Shadow Balls, plus the Serene Grace drops that we can potentially get, they can really start to kind of avalanche. Particularly if we have killed the Mine Chow, or if the Mine Chow is not there at all. Then this thing is kind of a big threat. Believe it or not, it's kind of crazy. The next thing that we will talk about is going to be our Zapdos, and we have a yellow feather here for that. And our Zapdos is going to be Choice Scarf. This thing is meant to switch into a Swords Dancing Protective Pads Mine Chow, obviously outspeed and kill with a Hurricane. We also have Thunderbolt for good measure, we have U-Turn for momentum, and then we have Weather Ball, which can utilize either the Chilly Reception Snow or the Sand from Tyranitar. Really, it's just an extra move to click in case Electric isn't going to hurt the thing we expect him to switch into, and we need something that won't miss. That's really all that is there for. The next mon that we will talk about is going to be represented by these metal shavings. And that is our King Gambit Daddy. King Gambit is going to be Choppleberry this week once again. It has Kowtow Cleave, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, and Stealth Rocks. This thing has EVs, and it's meant to basically tank hits from some of his biggest threats, as well as apply a lot of offensive pressure with Supreme Overlord boosted attacks. So there's that. The next thing we are going to add is going to be a little bit of earth, some dirt here. And this is meant to represent our Dunfan first, who is going to be a Solvest this week. so it can switch into special attacks from things like Glow King, Whimsicott, and Empoleon, and it can do a lot of damage back with things like Earthquake, Poison Jab. We can Rapid Spin to get rid of hazards, and if we anticipate him going into his Skarmory, we can click the Smackdown button and then punish with Earthquake. So pretty good set going into this week. And last but not least, our sleeper win con for this week. I have prepared some special herbs. Before this little ritual, I did a little ritual of my own off screen, and I boosted and enhanced the power of these herbs with a mirror. You guessed it, we're gonna be rocking a Mirror Herb Melodic this week. Mirror Herb Melodic is meant to switch in on the Shelf Smashing Cloyster, steal the boosts, and reverse sweep. Or just sweep, not really reverse sweep, but like reverse as in the sense like Uno reverse, like we're still in your shit and now we're gonna beat you up with it. So that's the plan with that. If the Cloyster doesn't come, we can also get our boosts from Empoleon by clicking Mudshot, which guarantees a speed drop and then pops the competitive so we can steal those boosts. Melodic has enough bulk and offensive power to basically clean up whatever's left after the Ogerpon, King Gambit, and Zapdos have basically done their work. So that's what we have for this week. Hopefully our little ritual here will help us win out for the rest of the season so we can sail into playoffs, and I'll catch y'all back here for the battle. Alright, y'all, we are searching. It is battle time. Good luck, have fun to Matthew. And yeah. Battle time, gonna be a battle time. Okay. There's no Cloyster. So there's no Cloyster, which means no Mirror Herb Cloyster shenanigans for Melodic. The Empoleon is still here, so we can still grab our boost from competitive Empoleon. I don't think this changes our lead at all, though. I still think leading Ogerpon is definitely the... He didn't bring a Terra Captain at all, actually. He just brought us top 6 with no Terra Captains. Okay, he leads Glow King. We're just gonna Terra and U-turn. Like, knockoff is a little tempting, but there's no reason to just take all that damage on turn 1. We're just gonna U-turn. There's no Trap Bench either, so Spiky Shield was kind of a waste, but whatever. We really just need U-turn and Ivy Cudgel here, and knockoff to break through the Glow King. We have the 3 moves that we need. Let me put it that way. We don't need Spiky Shield. Or anything else in that slot. Whatever. I'm just saying words. Don't even mean anything. Alright, so he stays in, obviously. No reason not to. No helmet. Just go Gambit. Yeah, we just go Gambit. I think we just go Gambit and get up our rock. Future Sight. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we definitely just get up rocks here. We obviously threaten with Kowtow, but we also get to see what a switch in for this is. Skarmory. Okay. Well, we have the Chople, so we can live a Body Press. I kind of want to see what this thing's item is, and see what kind of damage we're doing, so we know how early we can try to win with Ogerpon. Yeah, so I think we just Kowtow for damage. Alright, so this is looking like it's like max HP, max hit F. It's lefties. We don't really care about spikes, obviously we got a Dunfan here. In fact, I kind of want to go Dunfan right now. Zapdos might make more sense, though. Yeah. I think we go Zapdos and probably U-turn. Gets up Spike's Skin. Okay, yeah, we just U-turn here, and if he stays out, then we go down Fan. But I don't think he lets this thing eat an electric attack when there's an Ogerpon. So he almost certainly swaps out here. With the Glow King. Makes sense. This thing's probably either Spadef or AB, if I were to guess. Could be Colbur. Could be Colbur, like Spadef Colbur. That's probably the... I don't know. Spadef Colbur, I think, is what we gotta look out for. Okay, so we just EQ'd here, because, like, he always goes Dog, right? To try and block. To spin. And if he goes into Skarm, then we just Rapid Spin on the following turn. Like, that's fine. You know, that's the dog for sure. Okay. That's great damage. Now, I'd love to stay out here and hope that we outspeed, but this thing isn't fluffy, so it's probably got speed for Sand Rush sweeping. So we're just gonna go into Manifest. Like, that's literally why I got this Pokemon. So, Dunsparce hitting the field for the first time this season. Welcome to the team, Manifest. Get burnt for me really quick. Okay, so I think he probably has to respect the glare here, right? So I'm just gonna click Shadow Ball into what will probably be like a Glow King. If I were to guess, right? And if he stays out, then this just dies. I don't think he goes T-Tar here because I don't think he wants that to get paralyzed. Or Mind Chow for that matter. This is almost certainly Glow King. No, it's not Glow King. He goes T-Tar. Okay, so if he goes T-Tar here, this is gonna do like negative damage. If he goes T-Tar into glare, into potential glare, like this thing loves to run glare, he's probably not speed invested. He doesn't care about his speed on this thing, so I'm gonna guess that this is probably a really specially bulky T-Tar. To give him like an additional Zapdos switch in. So I think we probably just go into this, because we probably outspeed and we threaten it out. or he Dragon Dances and destroys me. But then we just revenge with Overpawn, so that's fine. Although 2 layers of spikes will be up, and that'll suck. That was 53. We took 53. And we're 52. Okay, so we can't switch out. We have to stay in. So I'm just gonna rapid spin. We have to outspeed, otherwise these spikes are up for the rest of the battle. I'm just clicking rapid spin. We gotta get rid of these spikes. He swaps out, so he's definitely not a fast Tyranitar. And that damage. Based on that damage, I also think it's adamant. Okay. We get rid of spikes. He's gonna spike here for sure, right? I think we just smack down here. And because we know this thing is max, a smackdown into an EQ after leftovers recovery is not going to kill. But it'll do a lot. It'll put it in range of Overpawn. Yeah, you just get spikes back up. That makes sense. Like, I'm tempted to just click spin again, but I think the damage on the Skarmory is more valuable. So we're gonna EQ. Plus, he doesn't have a switch into this right now. He literally has no Earthquake switch in. Okay, he leaves us out. So much damage. Oh, goodness. Okay, and he Brave Birds, so that's going to be even more. So this thing is definitely going to be in knockoff range. So I think we probably just go Ogre here. Zapdos is tempting, but I think knockoff is the best play here. This is a super free knockoff. Okay. Yeah, we just knock. Like, we either kill this thing or we get rid of something's item. So he leaves us out and Skarmory is gone. We're one step closer to Overpawn just winning. We really just need to figure out if Empoleon is Fizz Def or specially defensive. And I'm willing to bet it's specially defensive to check the bundle, which didn't come. And we need to get Glow King around like 60%, so it can die to Rocks into a Cudgel, into like a Rocks plus Cudgel into a knockoff. Yeah, so we just U-turn. And we went Gambit last time, right? So I actually think we U-turn in his Zapdos here. Because he probably Focus Blast on this turn. Okay, show us Focus Blast. Flamethrower. Okay. Yeah, Flamethrower's probably better because it, you know, it can't miss, for one. Burn chance. We U-turn into Gambit now, right? Because he tries to click like Ice Beam or something here. We've seen Flamethrower and Future Sight. Ice Beam. Psychic. Even better. Even better. He must not have Ice Beam. Okay. Well, I'm gonna Iron Head here, because Kowtow seems really obvious. This will cover a Mine Shao or a Tyranitar switch. And Pen. Empoleon? Okay. Well, this isn't gonna do much. Ugh. Doesn't do much at all. I'm not sure if we can even figure out whether this is Fizz Def or specially defensive. The way he went into it makes me think it's Fizz Def though. Like no fear of SD low kick. Alright, I think I have to go Zapdos here to threaten a Thunderbolt. Plus, if he U-turns or knocks here, he could get static, which is good for Melodic. Because then Melodic can 1v1. If this thing gets paralyzed, Melodic comes in, wins the 1v1, steals the boost, and potentially sweeps. He got Rocks up, which is really bad. I think that I actually need a Thunderbolt here because I can't keep switching around with Zapdos if Rocks are up. Like, I need to get damage off while I'm out. And I don't think I have a better switch in anyway, so I'm just gonna Thunderbolt. That's great damage. He does knock, so our Scarf is gone. That's fine. This isn't checking Mind Shadow anymore anyways, since Rocks are up. Mind Shadow just officially became Always Revenge with Ogerpon territory, which makes this kind of endgame. It makes this kind of endgame now. I know that we still both have 5 Pokemon left, but the way positioning is kind of setting itself up right now, I think we kind of have entered endgame. I also think I'm going to U-turn here, because I don't think he lets this go down yet. I don't think he lets this go down yet, so I actually think I U-turn. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's the Glow King. We get a little momentum here. Right into Gambit. I think we go right into Gambit. Yeah, we go Gambit, and I think we just Iron Head again, because I think after Rocks, even if he goes back into Empoleon, I think Rocks plus Iron Head plus Kowtow equals KO. And if he does stay out and he does reveal that he has the Focus Blast, then we get clean and we get damage off. Okay, he switches out. Okay. To go, yeah, and back into Empoleon. Let's see this damage. I think after Rocks and an Iron Head and then Lefty's recovery, I think he's still in range of Kowtow. Yeah. I think this kills. I think this still kills. I think Kowtow still kills. Amazing. Gambit is so good. Although now we can't utilize our Mirror Herb on Melodic, which kind of sucks. Okay. Well, I think we sack the Zapdos here. No, I think I just go Zapdos. Okay, close combat. No para. I don't think crit mattered. It certainly didn't matter because he'd outspeed on the following turn. I mean, I guess that's another static chance, but I think he's probably protective pads. So I go into Doll. And I think I just Cudgel. I know he probably goes Glow King, and clicking Knock is really tempting. Cudgel just makes more sense. If he would have stayed out and we knocked, we could have just died there. So I think we always had to Cudgel. That's still like decent damage. That's still decent damage. It's still not in knock range. It's still not in knock range. I think I go melodic now, right? So that seems obvious. So I think I go melodic. Why didn't I U-turn? Why didn't I U-turn? That was weird. That was really weird. The reason to not U-turn there. Very strange. Why did I do that? Whatever. Doesn't matter. I hope that damage doesn't matter. I hope that like 10% damage doesn't matter. Okay, so we flamethrower. That's fine. We're gonna pump now. Unless this thing is like AV. That's super AV. We're modest. We're modest max. We're modest max special attack. This thing is super mega AV. We're just gonna Hydro Pump again though. I don't think there's any reason not to. Hydro Pump's still doing more damage than Mudshot, so. And we don't need to lower this thing's speed for any reason. Yep, he switches out. Who is he going into? The dog. Alright, well if we land this Hydro Pump, Honstone's gone. Alright, Honstone's gone. That means we can sack off the Dunsparce now, Manifest. On Mind Chow, right? He definitely revenges with Mind Chow here, threatens to revenge. I guess the question is, do I Hydro Pump on Agility? We still live one? I think he's gotta be High Jump Kick or... I don't think he can Agility here. Because I don't think he can kill us without a boosting item. With Ogerpon. Please no Agility. Please no Agility. If he's Agility, I threw. Okay. He just close combats. Okay. Alright. That's really good. If he Agility there, I think I just lose. So, really happy he didn't click Agility. I think I go Ogerpon and win now. I legitimately think I just go Ogerpon and win. And I've been running Alluring Voice so much this year on the Melodic. I think he had to respect that, so I don't think he could have ever clicked Agility there, even if he does have it. That's a lot of damage, but I think we might just win now. I think a Cudgel after rocks into a knockoff kills the Glow King, even through Culver Berry. Is our expert belt boost? We're gonna find out. Oof, that's a crit. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I don't think it mattered. I don't think it's Culver. I think he's AV, so I really don't think that crit mattered at all. So we'll just knock now. I mean, I guess he could have like went into T-Tar after the Ivy Cudgel on an expected knockoff, but then like, then what? Then I'm just clicking Ivy Cudgel again and like, you're in the same position, so it doesn't matter. Unless T-Tar is Rindo. Okay. That's Glow King down. I think Mind Shot has to be Impish to live Cudgel. I think even max HP after rocks. Yeah, even max HP after rocks, it's dying. So it's gotta be Impish. So I think we just Cudgel. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to click anything else, right? I guess I could Spiky Shield to get it down further, but if he does have agility, this is when he clicks it, so I just Cudgel. Okay, gone. Beautiful. And I'm assuming T-Tar doesn't have Rindo, or else he probably immediately goes T-Tar there. So I think that's GG's. No Rindo. That's game. Beautiful. Ugh, okay. Look, I finally had a good ogre pawn game. Feels really good to get that monkey off my back. A really, really good ogre pawn game. I needed one of these so bad. This win is like, it was so desperately needed to keep my playoff hopes alive. So yeah, now we just gotta prep for Nexus next week. See if we can win again and keep our playoff hopes alive still. I still think we have to win out. Good game to Matthew, and thanks for hanging out, y'all. Catch y'all for next week's battle against Nexus.